everybody, welcome to Zoe's Treasures. My name's Tracy, and as always, here with my husband Noel. He is doing our cameras, running our graphics, and today is our glow show. So everything we have is glowy glass today. Good morning, Southern Charm. Good morning, Brittany. Saw a bunch of people jumping in. Good morning, Extending Grace. Today, everything starts at $1 in the auction bin, $4.50 for shipping. Good morning, Teresa. $4.50 for shipping max, no matter how much you buy. We do have everything in the auction tab. Feel free to make pre-bids. we're gonna run a couple items, and if there are pre-bids, I switch over to those and we focus on going through the pre-bids in order. The bin is loaded, so there's a bunch of stuff in there, a whole mix of things. Good morning, Velvet Moon Studio. Bumming with Nana, hello. Happy Saturday morning, everybody. I am getting used to this. I've recently switched to Monster Mama. Recently switched to Saturday mornings, and I am loving it because then I do the show and I can then have the rest of the weekend to do my packing and just enjoy my weekend. So I'm really loving doing this in the morning. But let's go ahead and get started. We only have about 41 items today because it's glowy glass. That's a lot of packing. So we're not going to be here all day long. We're only going to be here for probably about an hour, a little over an hour. So if there's something that you like and you see, it won't be too long before we get to it. So with that, let's go ahead and run our very first item. Let me get this pinned up here. And again, I am going to switch over to pre-bids in just a little bit if I do see any. But we're going to start with this guy here. This is a beautiful purple bud vase. I tried to put measurements in the descriptions as much as I possibly could. This one is 9 inches tall. I love the ruffle top that it has up there. Oh, there we go. Look at that. What cameras he's using today. Look at that beautiful ruffle top on that. Really pretty purple glass. No chips or cracks that I am aware of. And let's take a look at the glow. Now, you know, purple usually glows with that murky, murky green. And I love it. It reminds me of swamp green. It's so pretty. We're going to go ahead and take a look at it. And you can see that swampy green coming through on that. Let me go ahead and get that running for you. We do our auctions at 10 seconds with a 3-second restart, and that is running right now. Up and going. Beautiful purple bud vase. Thank you so much for your bids. Thank you, thank you. And Extending Grace, that one's heading to you. Congratulations. Let's see here. We do not have my my numbering system is not running right. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We have some Fostoria. We've got a ton of Fostoria. And you know the other thing I'm super excited about this morning? We have a lot of antiques. So I did some research on most of the pieces. And when I could figure out what date range they're from, I put it in there. But this next one's a Fostoria nappy dish. And this is one of my favorite patterns. I just love the diamond point patterns that are on here. Thank you for your purchase from the bin. So let's take a look at this one. We'll show you up close and we'll see the glow because all of these have just beautiful glows and all of them are just a little bit different in their glow too, which I really like. Look at that. How beautiful. Imagine like a little tea light candle or something in that. Or some of those little twinkle lights just kind of flickering off of that glass. Let's take a look at the glow on this one. Beautiful bright green. Look at that pop. That is so pretty. And that's up and going right now. Thank you for your bids. And Shalom, that is going to you. Congratulations. All right. Let's go over to this uranium bowl. I am going to switch over to some of our pre-bids. I do have that B box. We're gonna get to that. It's gonna come up in just a little bit here. Let's do the uranium bowl. Now we all know uranium glass glows. I usually don't keep a lot of just pure uranium glass because my favorite are the ones that you don't expect to glow, are my absolute favorite ones. So this guy, I think I put in there. There is some flea bites around the rim. No major chips or cracks, but there is some flea bites. I can feel some roughness. Like right here, you can see this little piece here. And other than that, it is in great shape. We do have some bubbles in there, which came from when it was made. You can see some bubbling. That was in the manufacturing process. And let's take a look at this. You know this is going to explode in the light. It is just going to light up like a Christmas tree. And that's wrong. Oh my gosh, look at that. Going right now. Up and running. Uranium bowl. It is 9 inches in diameter. So it's a nice big old bowl. Thank you so much for your bids. And Halabar, thank you so much. Congratulations on that one. That is a great grab. Beautiful piece.
Thank you.
Glowy glass. Okay, you guys. I had one of these in my last show, I think in milk glass. Or no, I own one in milk glass. I had one, what was it, in a blue? It was another color glass. This is Westmoreland. It is the Argonaut shell. And I always think these little guys down here on the bottom look like dragons. We're going to show you up close. They are actually dolphins. But look at the detail on this gorgeous Westmoreland piece here. It is a candy dish, but that detail is absolutely stunning. You've got that shell up there and all the way around. So pretty. No chips or cracks on this. And of course you have those 3 dolphin feet. And what I love about this one, surprise, surprise, it's clear glass. But you put that in your blacklight cabinet and look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. And it's up and running right now. The detail on this, just looking at the glass without the glow, is stunning. And then you put some glow on there. I don't know if it can get any better than that. And Swamp Chick with the first purchase. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your
Congratulations.
first purchase.
Let me see, we have a new shipper helping us out today. Today is my daughter's first day. Thank you, Southern Charm. Ducks in the chat for first purchases. I always forget, but I got people who keep reminding me. Thank you so much. So today is my daughter's first day with us. She is learning how to ship. Patricia, we're working in order, so we're going to get to that very, very quickly. Just hang out with us. We're going to get right there. So she is learning how to ship. So if I feel it's an item that is not super fragile, it's going to her. If not, I'm shipping it. But we're in training today. Don't worry. I double check everything. Let's do. Oops! Wow, my screen is like jumping. All right, let's do this little hobnail piece. This one is so cute. I love the color of this. It is a little salt cellar. I say little because obviously it's smaller than some of the other glass, but it is a substantial salt cellar. Has those hobnails all the way around. Really, really pretty blue. I want to show you up close the coloring of that. Look at how gorgeous it is. It would also fit, you could put a tea light in there, and it does glow, obviously. And this is a lighter glow. This is like a limey green glow. 2.5 inch square. And what kind of lights are we using, honey? What are those? What are these glowing under?
They're 365.
365 lights. And Swamp Chick, that's heading your way. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's move on to the Westmoreland wedding box. I think wedding boxes are just fascinating. The whole story behind wedding boxes, how they were presented to the bride and groom. They would put a piece of their cake in there to save for later. And of course, everybody knows the trick with wedding boxes that you can display it like this. It's like a whole new piece. This one is fantastic. So this is a Westmoreland. Let's turn it over here so you can see it. Now on the Westmoreland ones, they are red. The red is flashed, and a lot of times you'll see like scratches through the flashing. This one is in fantastic shape. No chips or cracks that I'm able to find. This is about from the 1950s. So you can see all the way around on that flashing. No scratches that we're going to see in there. It's really unusual to find them in that great of condition. And let's go ahead and see how this one glows. This is a big one, you guys. This is, how tall is this? 10 inches tall. This is a substantial piece of glass. And let's take a look. Look at that. How beautiful. Think about that at Christmas time. And that's going right now. Shipping is only $4.50. So You pretty much buy one item, shipping is free after that. And you know what's really funny with these Westmoreland, these exact Westmoreland wedding boxes is, I don't know why, okay, there we go. Now we got it in focus, is that some of them glow and some of them do not. So I have had ones that look just like this. Swamp Chick, thank you so much. I've had wedding boxes that look just like this from Westmoreland that do not glow. So it's always kind of a fun little surprise. Let's take a look at this butter dish. Butter cheese. For some reason, have some fascination with butter dishes, particularly ones that glow. So there's 3 in the show because I cannot resist buying them. So this one is a McKee glass from around 1905. We are looking at a true antique here. Now, all those little dots you see, those are not defects. Of course, butter makes everything. Yes, it does. Those are not defects. That's actually part of the design on here. It is kind of like a grape. I want to say a grape and leaf, but I don't see a lot of leaves design. So let me show you the bottom. We do have a little bit of flea bites like right in here where the glass would meet, but I mean, it is 100 years old. What would you expect for something that's 100 years old? No chips or cracks, just where it's been used when the glass meets it, like that. So beautiful. You can see from the top that design. Think about that. You could actually use this as a cloche too. Put something pretty in there, a little teacup or something. Oh, mamas, I love it. Bit it up, Buttercup. Let's take a look at that glow. Oh, hold on. Got to put the riser in. See it. There we go. Let's take a look at that glow. By Indian. So 39. Let's see what you're saying here. We're going to get this running. I'm going to read that comment. Let me find the listing. What happened to it? There it is. All right. And it is up and running. Who remits the sales tax collected through Whatnot? Fat Sally's. Whatnot does. The sellers are not responsible for that. So Whatnot takes care of all of that. And then Devin says, the teacup trap. Thank you so much. That is heading to you. Oh, we're going to put this over here.
Let's see.
I just want to answer this question. 39 is a Westmoreland clear grape honey box, not one by Indiana. Tiara. So if it's Westmoreland, great. Thank you for letting me know. When I Google Lensed and took a few other pictures of it, it came up at that. But I can make mistakes too. So thank you so much, y'all. 39. Let me get over to that. We're going to make sure, well, I can't edit it now because it would change the pre-bits, but let's go ahead. So we have somebody who has checked it out, says it's a Westmoreland. Feel free to go ahead and Google Lens and please bid responsibly, come up with your own conclusions. But thank you so much. I will be looking at that afterwards because I love to learn new things. When a piece glows, it means that it has one of the elements in it, like uranium, manganese, or cadmium in it. Those are the 3 that I'm aware of. There may be other ones, but those are the 3 most popular ones. So depending on the type of glass, and it was either used to keep the glass clear to help remove color from the glass, or the uranium is that green color it would add to the glass. They quit using it so much around, I want to say the 40s, 50s time frame, give or take. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next cheese dish. Let's see here. Did we get it pinned? I did. All right. This one is absolutely stunning in the design on this. Just to look at this piece is more. Is it toxic? I use it. Let's let my husband answer. He loves this stuff.
So, radiation you would think is toxic, but there's radiation in the world everywhere you go. You go outside and the sun will produce ultraviolet rays that are radiation. And that's how our skin starts aging. Is it toxic? Well, in big quantities, if you have a lot of radiation, it becomes toxic. In this case, what you have right here is very minor radiation that only reacts to UV light. So if it was toxic, then we would be sick already, because we've been handling the glowy glass for a long time, hundreds of years.
Yeah, there you go. Bummin' with Nana said it too. We've been eating off lead-laden plates for years. So absolutely. And lead is a little bit different. I mean, absolutely. So, I have no worries. I use it in my home. And again, look at, I'm handling it without gloves and I do this consistently.
Just to add to that, funny fun fact, if you have a shipment of bananas, a ton of bananas, that has a lot of potassium, and that will be considered for some as a radiation, a radiation source. And so when people inspect bananas and they have something that gauges radiation, an instrument, it'll peak because they're bananas. The same thing with toilet bowls.
All right, let's get on to this one. We are on this EAPG. Most EAPG glass, it's Early American Pressed Glass. That's what EAPG stands for. A lot of it glows. It's very common to see it glowing. And the detail on it, they just don't make things like this anymore, y'all. So look at how gorgeous this detail is. We're going to show you up close. I'm trying to feel around to see if there's flea bites. I am not feeling any. So let's go ahead and look at that pattern. How gorgeous is this? Stunning pattern. I want to show you the bottom. It actually has a raised lip right there where your cheese or your butter would go in it. And let's go ahead and take a look at the glow on this beauty. This is a very, very pale glow. In real life, it's booming on screen, but it's a little paler. It's more limey, so it's not that glow like you see on uranium. It's more of a limey glow. And let's see if I can get it going. That is up and running right now. It is an absolute gorgeous piece. I have a butter dish somewhat similar to this. Mine has a pedestal, but the design of it's very similar, and it just looks great in your kitchen. And Bonnie and Clyde with the first purchase.
Thank you for
so
your
much.
first purchase.
That is a great grab. All right, let's go to this compote. We're going to get to that honey box in a minute, that bee box. Let's see, we have another EAPG compote. I want to make sure I am grabbing the correct one here because we have two. Let's see here. It is, yep, this is the correct one. Now this has a little bit of clear glass and frosted, as you can see, but it is so beautiful. The top of this looks like little diamonds all the way around. So stunning. And of course the pedestal is perfect. So let's go ahead and take a look up close. Look at the design on that. I love the frosted part of that. This does stand 8 inches high. This is early 1900s. I couldn't find an exact date, but early 1900s. These beautiful pieces right here. Imagine that on the center of your table, or imagine that in your glowy glass cabinet. Oh, hold on. I could barely fit it in my my light box here. There we go. Look at that glow. Antique glass right there for you. How beautiful. And Maldan with the first purchase. Congratulations.
Thank you for your first purchase.
Thank you so much. Now, one of the things that most people don't realize is most purple glass glows. Most, not all. But if you see it out there in the wild, definitely shine your light on it, because I have found most purple glass glows, and purple glows murky, like swamp. It's really cool. It reminds me of the swamps of Florida. So we have this compote here. How beautiful. This is Viking. It has this kind of a diamondy quilted look to it. And of course, the pedestal. Look at those, that ruffled top. Just absolutely beautiful amethyst color going on there. You can see it from the top. Look at that. Oh, if I can get under there, we go. You see that quilty diamond pattern. And now let's look at this murky glow that it has. I might have to get my light out, even though it's looking pretty good. Oh, look at that. That one's that's a little bit brighter than normal for a purple, from what I usually see. And that is up and running. That does stand 7 1/4 inches tall. This is from around the 1950s. Thank you so much for your bids. And Melissa, thank you so much. That was a first purchase too. Congratulations. Welcome
Thank
to
you for
Zoe's
your
Treasures.
first purchase.
Ducks in the chat. Thank you. I can never say this name. Never. Kanawa. Maybe I got it right. I always stumble over it. But we have a glass creamer. It is Amberina. Now the whole thing doesn't light up, but we're going to show you we do get some glow going on throughout it. But look at that creamer, you guys. It is stunning. And just in case, if you guys like crazy creamers, I do have a crazy creamer. I would not call this crazy. I just call this one beautiful. But I do have a crazy creamer show coming up with creamers that are like shaped like animals and stuff, if that's your thing. But look at this one. And I like the top of that here. I like how you have that little lip, so it's going to, pour just right for you. Show you the bottom of it. We've got, it's very smooth down there. Applied handle. Let's take a look at this glow. Now this one kind of lights up with that orange. So this is the cadmium that's lighting up in here. Discount codes from y'all. Yes, any discount codes you get, you can use in the show. So I'm going to go ahead and get this run and give you an answer. Let's see. This one is from around the 1950s, 4 inches tall. It is running right now. So if you have received one of my rewards cards, you can go ahead and put it into your wallet right now, and it'll apply to your next purchase. And if you check our show notes, there are coupon codes for you combine some of those reward cards. So there's certain numbers in there. If you combine them together, those codes, it's worth $8 off today. And Swamp Chick, thank you so much. That is heading to you. So if you combine the codes that are in the show notes, worth $8. There's also coupons, rewards code for if you've never bought from me. Check out the show notes. Always recommend anytime you go into the show, definitely check out the seller show notes because you never know what you're going to find. And real quick message, those of you watching on YouTube, hello, thank you so much for watching the show. Come on over to Whatnot where you can bid. We got a code for you too. The Crazy Creamer show, I think it's in June. I think I scheduled it for June. If you click on my name and you look at my shows and you scroll down, there's a picture of a bunch of creamers that look like animals and stuff. So it's already posted up there so you can bookmark it. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to do this compote. This is a big one. In West Virginia, Kanawha County. Do you really? I wonder if there's any relation to the glass. Okay, you guys, this is huge. This is a big old piece. But I could not pass it up. Look at the side of my hands holding on this. I can't even put my hands around it. That's how big this piece is. This is stunning. An absolute stunner of a piece here. So you have a lidded compote. So we've got our lid there. Let me just make sure. I've checked all of these when I took pictures. I'm not feeling any flea bites. You've got just this gorgeous, it almost looks like a beading or a ribbon going around there. And of course you have the beautiful, see if I can get it in there, pedestal. How tall is this guy? 13 inches to the tippy top here, 8.5 inches diameter. This is humongous. I don't even think this is going to fit in my light box. But look at that glow. The whole thing lights up so beautiful. I have about 5 other lights and overhead lights on me right now. And look at how that's glowing. The whole thing will light up top to bottom. It just won't fit in my light box because it's so big. She did. And this guy is up and running. Starting for $1, this mammoth piece that the whole thing just glows like crazy. She is, but I'm only giving her the easy ones. She's been practicing. We've been learning on other items, so she's only getting the small items today. Thank you so much for your bids. And, with the first purchase, Hotter New York, congratulations. That is going to you.
Thank you for your first purchase.
The Kanawha Glass Company was founded, so it was founded, so there is a connection. That's pretty cool. Okay, this is another butter dish, you guys. This is one, and I put in the description that it's mismatched. We kind of married these pieces together. Hold on. Hoderney. There you go. It takes me a minute. I do numbers, not words. Thank you so much for spelling that out. I will make sure I try to get that right from now on.
Thank you.
All right. So we married these two pieces together, but they fit together beautifully. And I love the look of this. So this is EAPG glass. Alabama butter dish, and I'm pretty, the bottom is from a different set. So it's the same type of glass, but two different sets that got put together. Look at the draping on that, the top of that, and the bottom is a purplish color. So you have just this gorgeous mix. It is, I mean, and it fits perfect because they are the same glass, like they're just the same style, just mixed up colors. Absolutely beautiful though. We're gonna go ahead and show you the glow on this one. Oh, thank you. You blame the hubby. Yes, I lucked out in that department. All right, let's take a look at that. We have our purple murky glow. Then we have our great, really bright green glow up there on the top. And I love that draping. Absolutely gorgeous draping on that one. And that's going right now. Good morning, Aaron. How are you? We actually, Aaron, we watched one of your whole shows on YouTube last night. we laid in bed and watched you on YouTube. Robbie's Unique with a first purchase.
Thank you for your first purchase.
Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Old Crow Mercantile.
Old Crow Mercantile, good morning. All right. Have you guys ever heard of a celery dish? Y'all, we're just not as fancy in this day and age, but they had a specific dish for everything. And celery dishes are cool. And I actually was watching some TikToks, and this lady was like, celery dishes are the rage. Like, these are the highly collectible things. So y'all look I got a celery dish. I don't know how collectible they are, but this thing is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Look at the cut on this. 2 handles. It's just a stunning piece. I mean, heck, I would just sit this up and throw some flowers in there. Heck with celery. I think it's too pretty for celery. Look at that. Or you could be super fancy. Put your pens in there. Be the fanciest person at the office. We're going to go ahead and check out the glow on this one. This is a really light pale glow. So pretty. And that is running right now. Celery was super expensive, so they wanted extending grace. Thank you. Look at that, throwing out all the facts there. So that is why they honored their celery. And Swan and Thistle with the first purchase. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, the detail on that's what got me was the detail. All right, we're going to do this one, and then we're going to go over to that honey box, honey bee box. We'll talk about it because I learned something on that one already this morning. So this is Westmoreland, and it is 1 candlestick. But hear me out here. Think about this as you build the rest of your centerpiece around this one piece. So pretty. I love the handles. It's just a really different I know, don't we learn something every day? A little different looking of a candlestick. And you have this etching right here that is just, you get that little flowers on the top, and it's like they're growing, growing, growing. How beautiful is that piece? And of course, it's going to glow. This is 8 inches tall to the top of this. Let's take a look at that glow. I might have to move the riser. Let's see what we can see. There we, nope, it fits on the riser. All right, that's running right now. Look at how beautiful that is. Thank you so much for your bids. And Ashlyn Moran with a first purchase. Congratulations.
Thank you for your first purchase.
Ducks in the chat. Thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead and do this bee box here. Okay, so I'm going to give you all a second. We said it a few minutes ago, but if you've just joined us, I have this listed as an Indiana glass honey dish. Somebody else took a look and they said, no, that may be a Westmoreland. Y'all know how it is. We Google Lens, we do our best. Please do your own research and bid accordingly to what you think it is. I could very well have made a mistake. I do the best I can to label it properly, but hey, we're human, right? So it is a honey box, bee box. It does not have the bees. It has the leaf pattern going around it. It is square, so what these were used for is they would take the honeycomb and they would put a piece of honeycomb in there, and it was the serving dish on their table. It is gorgeous, no matter which one it is. I just want to be fully as clear and transparent as I possibly can. So no chips or cracks that I'm aware of. You got that gorgeous little pedestal, that gorgeous design, and let's check out the glow. And I'm not, yeah, it's coming through on camera. It is, It looks very lavender. It's very, very, very light lavender. It is a purple, but it's very light. In person, it is like a halfway between a clear and a lavender. It has just that little bit of touch of lavender going on in there. But look at that glow. And we're going to go ahead and run this one. We do have some pre-bids on there. It is going now. Thank you so much for your pre-bids. Absolute beautiful one. These have just taken off. Rose Janet with the first purchase. Congratulations. What a great grab.
Thank you for your first
Bee
purchase.
boxes, honey boxes. These have just blown up lately. So, you know, it goes hens and bee boxes. All is good. I'm teaching you history. Erin, I'm trying to learn myself sometimes. All right, let's take a look at this creamer. This one is so pretty. It is just a little baby creamer. It is so adorable. Look at this guy. So that we're going to go from something a little bit bigger. We're going down just a little bit. This is EAPG again, Early American Pressed Glass. I love the bubbly look all around the bottom. How fancy is that? That just gives you a little touch of something. You could put your little sugar packets. You don't even have to put creamer in there. So many uses for this. Think about this with like jewelry. Drape some pearls coming out of that. Would be absolutely stunning. 3 inches tall. And of course it glows like everything else in our show today. And that is running right now. I do have another bee box. I'm not selling it yet. It's not a glower, but I only have the bottom of it. So I am frantically searching for the lid so I can sell it as a set. Maldan, thank you so much.
Good morning, Scuba.
Thank you.
Good morning, Scuba Stevie-O. All right, let's do this Ellie Smith. I've been trying to mix it up and not just do clear because clear is my favorite, but I know people like a little variety. So this time I found a turquoise piece here. And this is a nappy dish. I just, you know, the whole nappy dish thing gets me. I think these are absolutely perfect for vanities. They just look so great. Putting up and put your jewelry in it. Absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look at the pattern. This is Ellie Smith, so very popular glass maker, Ellie Smith. A lot of us have heard that name before. No chips or cracks. That turquoise blue, so beautiful. Look at that pattern from the top. And let's take a look at the glow. This is from about 1960. It is 5.5 inches in diameter to give you a size reference there. And it pops. It is popping. And that is running right now. Thank you so much for your bids. And Halbar, congratulations. That is heading to you. We have another Fostoria piece here. I love this one because of the shape. Let's look at it from the top. The shape, look at that. How unique is that? How beautiful. And then you get the extra surprise that it's a divided dish. So you can put your almonds, your cashews, your peanuts, or you can use it for, you know, whatever other type of condiments you may like. And that pattern on there, it just fits together so nice. And then not only do you have a divided dish, but you get a divided dish that lights up the room. This is early 1930s. And it's running right now. So what, just another few more years and it's going to be official antique. Thanks for your bids. And Swamp Chick, that's heading your way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right, Erin. It's kind of amazing how something so unexpected brings that little surprise with it.
That was your grandma's pattern? Your grandma had very good taste. That is a very nice pattern. All right. So if you saw my reverse auction show, we had this in the reverse auction show, and it did not sell. So guess what? You guys are getting a chance to get it for just $1 today. This is an antique here. This is a Clark's Tea Berry gum display stand. So this is from the 1920s. So we're just hit the antique stage. You've spent 3 years collecting it. Oh my gosh, that is so amazing. Well, congratulations on another piece. So this is actually from General Stores, and they would display it, use it to display tea berry gum on. This one does have a call out, so I want to show you up close where the call out is. I did put it in the description. Let's see if we can see it right there. We're on the very bottom corner here. It must have hit something a little too hard. It's a little chippy right there. Other than that, trying to feel, we have a couple of flea bites, but that is the only real call out. Has a slight lavender to it. And then of course on the bottom, it does say tea berry gum on every single side of that pedestal. Did your mom talk about tea berry gum? Think about this as a riser in one of your cabinets. How neat would that be with the glowy riser? And when I say glow, that guy glows. Look at that go. Let me get it going here. And it's running right now. A little piece of history today on that one. I have never had tea berry gum. And Swamp Chick, thank you so much. We are gonna
Thank
put that
you.
one there. All right, let's do a sugar and creamer. I love sugar and creamer sets, and if they glow, even better, right? So this is another Fostoria. Let me go ahead and get it pinned so you guys can see all the details on it. There we go. Fostoria, cream and sugar. Yeah, absolutely. Scuba Stevio, I was so amazed. You know, when I realized that clear glass glows, I was kicking myself because I'm like, I've been selling for like a year before I even knew clear glass glowed. How much did I sell that I didn't have any clue that it was glowy glass? So here's another trick. I say this every time I have a glowy show. If you have a husband or children and you want to walk around the antique store with and not be bothered the whole time, I'm telling you, go buy yourself hours. Give them a flashlight, a UV light. It'll keep them busy for hours. Tell them to go find glowy stuff, and then you can shop to your heart's content. Works every time. All right, let's get back to our cream and sugar set here. So Fostoria cream and sugar, around 1915. The tray, so you're going to get 3 pieces. You're going to get your creamer, an open sugar bowl. Oh, hold on. You want to take me out of the bubble so that we can, thank you. Open sugar bowl, and then you have your tray. The tray is 8.5 inches long, no chips or cracks. And of course, it has that gorgeous, gorgeous pattern on there. You could be the fancy one. The fancy one when they come for tea. Come on over and have their tea or impress your mother-in-law is what I always like to say. Let's take a look at the glow on this set. All right, let's see that light up there. And that's running right now. Oh yeah, bumming with Nana, me too. I had no clue. Extending Grace, thank you so much for coming by. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much, you guys, for your bids. And Swamp Chick Boutique, that's going to you. Congratulations. All right, when you wrap this, wrap on each piece separately and put a label on all 3 pieces. Okay, thank you. All right. Look at this. This is another really cool piece here. And another one that I will probably slaughter the name on, to be totally honest. A.H. Heisey fruit jar. This is another one that wasn't used in a general store, but these were typically used in like an ice cream parlor, and they would put the fruit in there. So your strawberry topping, your blueberry topping would usually be displayed on a ice cream, like like the countertop or behind where the ice cream was kept. So how neat is that? Another kind of piece of history. Think about this in your kitchen, filling something up in there. That would be really neat. Another thing I thought would be cool with this is glowy marbles or matchbooks, 2 really highly collectible things. But I want to show you. I'm going to pull this back because this is thick, heavy glass here. Look at this, just the whomper of this piece of glass. It is so pretty. Now it is hollow on the inside there. You can put your fingers in there, but it is a nice thick piece of glass. And then of course you got this. I could barely lift this with one hand. Like this is heavy. Y'all, you're only going to pay $4.50. This is early 1900s, 10 inches tall to the top. Let me move my riser and we're going to show you the glow on this. Let's see. Let's get the glow going. All right, there we go. Let's take a look at that. And look how that lights up. Imagine your glowy marbles inside of that. That's running right now. Think about at night. Can you imagine if you went into an old ice cream parlor with a UV light at night? How cool would that look? And Robbie's Unique Treasures, congratulations. That is heading to you. Cool one.
Thank you.
All right, how about a swung vase, you guys? Look at this. Look at this piece here. This one is mid-century modern, 16.5 inches tall. Look, I mean, this is put up here. Don't we measure by our head and whatnot? Look how big that is. We have a little, not even really, maybe right here, a little flea bite, but it is in gorgeous shape, gorgeous condition, huge, and it has beautiful detail. You can just pick it up there on the camera. It looks kind of like leaves coming up here, like it was stretched up. Just a stunning piece. The top is gorgeous. So many things you can do with this one. This will not fit into my light box. So we're going to have to, here, we're going to go over here and show you. See the, hold on, we're going to go to this. Let's switch over to this camera. I know it's not going to fit, but you're going to be able to see the glow. There you go. We just had to get to the right camera. The whole thing glows. I know you can't see the top because our cameras just don't go that high because it's so tall. Whole thing glows. We're going to go ahead and get it running right now. Up and going. Beautiful pattern. Thank you so much for your bids. This is a neat one. If you have a cabinet that's big enough for it. And Wendelin, thank you so much. Wendelin, thank you so much. That is heading to you. And that's a first purchase. Ducks in the chat.
Thank you for your first purchase.
This next piece, you guys, I have to say, we've had some really cool pieces. This one probably is my absolute favorite because it's so unique. There is a call out, and I did put it in the description, but this one is really cool. I just loved it. I fell in love with this when I saw it. Look at this. We're going to switch cameras over here. This is an elephant sugar bowl. How freaking cool is an elephant sugar bowl? All right, let's go ahead and switch. Let's see. Are you going to move the camera up for me there? All right, there we go. All glass, horns, detail, the trunk. Pretty sweet. Thank you, mamas. It is pretty sweet, isn't it? And there's the sugar bowl part. You even have the little cutout for your spoon. Now the call out on this is right here. There is a little chippy on the top of the basket. Right there on that corner. That is the call out. It isn't even super visible. Let me fit it back. There we go. How cool is this? I've never seen anything like this either. I mean, you don't have to put sugar in there. You can fill that up with anything you want. But then, not only is it just freaking amazing the way it is, it has glowy to it. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of that glow. Look at that. Trunk, legs, our head and legs all light up really good. And that's running right now. Such a fun piece. Such one of those unique pieces. And Hotterney? Oh, I hope I got it right. Trying. Thank you so much. Congratulations. That is going to you, and that is definitely one I am going to wrap myself. So we're going to put it over there. Thank you, thank you. Heuser. Who has a Heuser cabinet here? If y'all have a Heuser cabinet in your house, throw something in the chat right now. This is on my wish list of things I want to get for my house eventually. So you have one, Mama? Oh, we have Heuser jars that were made specifically to fit into Heuser cabinets. Hopefully I'm saying it. Heuser? I can't talk. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So we have this one. It is the T one. I threw the lid on kind of funky. Oh, there we go. Now it's right. This is the tea jar. Heuser. All right. Heuser. There we go. Thank you, Kate. So this is the tea jar. The lid does come off. Now, I didn't put it in the show notes But we do, the top of the lid is a little scratchy. Hopefully that's okay and that doesn't change anybody's opinion on it. That is typical and expected. We do have the words T on there. Let's go ahead and see the glow. We know that these things light up. These are beautiful. And we're going to go ahead and run that. Look at that glow. And that's going right now. You almost can't even read the word once that glow gets going. Welcome in. If you are just joining, well, welcome to Zoe's Treasures. We're doing all glowy glass. We're running an order. $1 starts for $4.50 max shipping today. And if you've never purchased from me, check out those show notes. Gwendolyn, congratulations. Check out those show notes. We have some coupons in there for depending on who you are today. So if you've existing customer, do you have two Southern Charm? I'm like so totally jealous at this moment. Y'all, if you don't know Southern Charm, y'all got to go follow her. She does amazing vintage. She has a booth. She calls it a booth. It is like half a barn. It is spectacular, and I cannot wait to see this in person. My husband wants to say something. Go for it, my love.
Southern Charm, you're going to give me trouble.
Brittany was like, I knew she had those. Okay, I realized shortly before my last glow show, so about a month ago, that the old Hall ceramics glow. That was new to me as of about, I don't know, 30, 40 days ago. So I had a few pieces last time. I only picked up one piece this time. But this is ceramic, you guys. It's the only piece on today's show that is not glass. We're going to throw it over here and show you. It is a creamer. It is Hall. We do have a little bit of paint wear around the top. That's kind of typical of the age. It's from around the 1950s. There's your mark. And I'm going to show you how this thing glows. Who knew that ceramic can actually glow? Look at that glow. It's the glaze. How gorgeous is that? And not all Hall pieces glow. So only certain pieces do it. But this is kind of a new obsession now at the antique stores. I'm always now looking. And Robbie's Unique Treasures, thank you so much. That is heading to you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The things you learn, right? Like sometimes, Facebook could be full of drama, but sometimes you find some really cool stuff. You're totally confused now, Scuba Stevio. Just walk around with a black light. That's all you got to do. Your whole life, I keep one in my purse. All right, here we go. This one, we have another Fostoria. Fostoria is popular, And this is the Liberty Bell coin glass. I have seen the coin glass. I've had big collections of it in different colors, in amber, in clear, in blue. They have it in red. And this one is clear. And the coin, all of the typical thing with the Liberty Bell coin is that you've got the coins going around and you have the eagle, the bell, and other symbols of America. You guys, we are in our 250-year anniversary. Think about your displays right here. You've got something for America, for the display to celebrate 4th of July. It's coming up really quick here. So Fostoria, Liberty Bell, candle holders. You're going to get both of them. They're 5 inches tall. And of course they glow. Look at that. They are beautiful. And we're going to go ahead and get those running right now. You have these in brown. And bold, absolutely. Yeah, Aaron. This pattern, actually, the Liberty Bell pattern. Oh, did I not run it? Okay, let me try again. Hold on. Let me click the button the right way. There we go. It is up and running. It's a very popular, Liberty Bell coin pattern is really popular from Fostoria. It's one you're going to see very frequently. The only ones that I've seen that glow are some of the red and the clear. Gwendolyn, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Let's do a spooner. We talked about celery dishes. What about a spooner? Who's here is familiar with spooners? I just learned about these, so of course I'm fascinated because I just learned Southern Charm. Now, Southern Charm, I expect you to because you know a lot of stuff. You know all those cool, fun facts. I just learned that when I learned about a spooner when I was looking at this. So spooners are another piece of glass that they would put on a table to, yep, you guessed it, hold spoons. Surprise, surprise. I do not know why you would just need a piece of glass to hold spoons, but maybe they were expensive like the celery was. What kind of a cool way. So I'm thinking it's blue, 4th of July. Put all of your plasticware in there. You know, to get this out for your picnic, kind of elevates your scene. So this one's a really pretty one. This one's from the late 1800s, definite antique. It is from Bryce Brothers. So again, another early American pressed glass. Really pretty pattern on there. And let's take a look at that glow. Look at that. You could have your own antique spooner today. Running right now. Thank you for your bids. That store, yes, you got to store your marbles in a beautiful dish. Where else would you store marbles? Swamp Chick, thank you so much. That is going to you. That is a great pickup. It is such a pretty color
Thank you.
too. All right, we have another blue piece here. This one is a pitcher, a smaller pitcher, not a big pitcher, with an applied handle, and it's just pretty. Think about like one or two, like a little daisy coming out of there. How sweet would that look on your counter, maybe on a windowsill somewhere where the glass is hitting it? How pretty. Look at it. It even has a little sassiness going on down there with that handle. All right, let's take a look at the glow. This is 5.5 inches tall. This one has more of one of those murky kind of glows to it. Let's see how it's coming through on camera. Yeah, you can see the murky glow going on there. And that's running right now. So if you guys are liking this, if you like what we have, definitely check out my Bougie for a Buck show coming up in May. Annette, that is going to you. Congratulations. So coming up in May, we have, what are we using, honey? 365? 365. So 365 here, and then we have a box. We'd be happy to show you, but we have like a box that we have created over here in the corner, so I put it all in the box, and we have lights on it with a camera pointing in there so you can see it clearly. Bougie for a Buck. So we have these items up here. That's some of the Bougie for a Buck. Swamp Chick, have a great day. Thank you so much. Coming up, everything's going to start at $1. And we have swung vases, we have fairy lamps, some really cool stuff coming for that show. So definitely bookmark that, because it is like all of the best stuff that I have we're putting out there. And it's all going to start for $1. So let's move on to this one. This is another Fostoria, surprise. But this is called the Corsage Etched Bowl. And what I really love about this are these handles. Doesn't it look like it's about to take flight? Look at that. How gorgeous is this? And of course, the Corsage name makes sense because it looks like you just have all this floral etching going all the way around. Picture this as on your table, or maybe a kitchen counter, or even in a vanity filled with all kinds of jewelry. Or if you're a jewelry seller, how neat would this look in the background with your jewelry draping out of there? It would be pretty cool. This one is 15.5 inches by 9 inches. 9.5 inches. And let's go ahead and take a look at how beautifully this one lights up. It's a little big, so you might not see all of it in there because our box is only so big. Oh, look at that. There you go. This one pops. And that's running right now. We'll try to get as much as we can in there. Our boxes, I had to turn it sideways to fit in our box here. And Wendelin, thank you so much. This is a really neat one. That was one of those pieces that you're tempted to keep. You know, with sellers, there's always that one that you're like, I want to kind of keep that. That was one of them. Next up is a water pitcher. If I remember exactly where I put it. It is a small miniature water pitcher. So yes, I'm like water pitcher, no, miniature water pitcher. So it is shaped just like a larger one. You could use this for a creamer. I would say it's more creamer size, but when I did research, it came up as miniature water pitcher. So this is made by the U.S. Glass Company, EAPG, so early American pressed glass. And look at just how pretty. I know I say this a million times. I just don't feel they make things as pretty anymore. This is gorgeous. No chips or cracks. Early 1900s, so around 1904. Where did I put that riser? I'm always setting it somewhere. And this one glows so pretty. Are we going to switch? We're going to see that glow? There we go. Look at that glow. And it's going right now. up and running. And Dawn Terry, thank you so much. That is going to you. I want to make sure. I think I was starting to say the name a little too fast
Thank
there.
you.
And then I'm like, oh, wait, countdown's not quite done. Wedgwood, not today, but I do have some coming up. If you bookmark my Timeless and Elegant shows, I always try to put Wedgwood in those shows. So I have another one. I do it once a month. So this should be coming up in May. All right. Let's take a look at this. This one is really neat. I'm going to go ahead and get it pinned. So this is McKee glass, and it is like a miniature punch bowl set. How cool is this? So normally I just put all of these little cups inside the punch bowl, but you get the punch bowl, so your little miniature version. Who has space for them big old punch bowls? Nobody does. So now you can have the same effect in a space-saving design. And then you get all the little glasses that go with it. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little glasses that go with it. So you get the punch bowl, all the glasses. The glasses do fit inside, so I'm going to put them all in here to show you the glow on these. So we can move it easily. Give me just, bear with me, so I don't want to just drop them in there. Or is it 8? How many did I say I had? I can't count today. All right, let's throw this over here. And this is such a fun piece. Look at that. How fun is this? A miniature punch bowl. And that's running right now. My husband's like, put eggnog in there. Heck, you could put some alcohol in there and you can use them as miniature shot glasses. Wendelin, congratulations. This is really cool. Miniature, and I'm all over here talking. I don't even really drink. I don't know what you would put in there, but, you know, I think you could find some use. All right, up next is a Westmoreland English hobnail. That sounds very fancy. English hobnail. My husband has been wanting that. He'll be, oh, how cool. That's amazing. I love it when like we find little treats that we can surprise our spouses with. I have seen that pattern too. I've seen the miniature, the miniature punch bowls and cups in like red and blue glass also. So they have them in different colors.
Gwendolyn, don't believe her. She hides things from me.
Well, because he wants to keep everything I want to sell. And I'm like, no, that's for sale. Okay, we have a glass serving dish. To me, it's a serving dish. I mean, you could actually put something in there. It looks like a miniature little banana boat to me, but I think it's really adorable. Love the pattern. This is my absolute favorite pattern, the diamond point type pattern. I guess it's officially called English hobnail, but that is my absolute favorite. This is 7.5 inches by 5 inches. And of course, it has that gorgeous glow. Look at that. This would look great with some soaps in a guest bathroom. Think outside the box. So much uses. Southern Charm gave me a beautiful milk glass basket that I have just put into my bathroom and filled with beautiful soaps. So I always like to look at things like this and how can I use them like in bathrooms or in bedrooms, just in different ways. And Annette, congratulations, that is going to you. All right, let's see what's going on here with my list. Let's take a look at this butter dish here. So this is one that we married up again, but it fits perfect. So we have a butter dish, and I like the simplicity of this butter dish because I don't think you need to use it as a butter dish. I think you can put little figurines or something in there. How adorable would that be if you filled it up, made like a little vignette out of it? But at the top it says butter. So does it say butter cover? That's your butter cover. And on the bottom, it says bottom. All right, this is probably like, think of it like this. This was Rae Dunn before there was a Rae Dunn. They were like labeling what we were doing. We do have a few flea bites. Let me go ahead and get it pinned. All right, there we go. Take a look at it there. We did marry it together. So the top and the bottom, we put them together. I think they're from 2 different sets, but they fit very nicely together. There is flea bites around it. Going to be totally transparent on that, so bid accordingly. Around the rims where the glass touches each other, there are some flea bites. And let's go ahead and show you the glow. So just the bottom of this one glows. but it gives it a really neat eerie effect. So think about like when you have something inside of it and it would be lit up from the bottom of it. And that's running right now. Thank you so much for your bids. Ranchan Finds, congratulations. That is going to you. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Marie. And
We-
I also saw Old Maid New Creations in there and Mr. Ornament.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Y'all just sneaking in. I'm over here selling and just sneaking in. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. All right. Who doesn't need a Crackle Glass hat? It's a standard. It's a must-have in every home. We have a purple Crackle Glass, which Crackle Glass is just cool, y'all. You know it is. And this one lights up. Purple has that murky glow to it. This is 2.5 inches tall. We've got that beautiful, beautiful hat. Thank you so much. That is all my husband's doing. Let's take a look at the glow on this one. I may need to add a little light to it because the purple sometimes needs a little help. Oh, this one doesn't. Look at that. Good
Thank you.
morning.
Thank you, Dumpster Diva. Good morning, the Denton.
And that's running right now. If you were just joining, dollar starts, everything glows, $4.50 shipping, max. Wendelin, congratulations, that's heading your way. What do we have next here? Oh, this one's really neat. So this is definitely old. This is late 1800s. Love me some antiques. And this one is from Adams and Company, Parthenon Egyptian, Sphinx, Pyramid, Relish Dish. Say that 10 times fast, okay? It is a relish dish. And you have, of course, the gorgeous pattern on there. Let's show you from the top. So let's see, we have had a celery dish. We've had a dish for to hold your celery, one to hold your spoons. Now we're giving you one to hold your relish. Look at how beautiful that is. It is 8.5 inches long, 1880s, you guys, 1880s. Perfect condition for something so old. We have a little piece of tape. I'll take that off. My bad, I missed it. Of course, you can always get a little extra if you wanted there. Let's go ahead and check out the glow. And that is going to be running right now, up and going. Look at the little trees on there. I mean, the design, the detail they put into glass. Peach salsa. All right. Peach salsa. Love it. Absolutely.
Now you're talking.
And mamas, congratulations. Thank you so much. That is heading to you.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Lo and behold, check this thing out. This is amazing. Okay, compote, beautiful compote. This is called the Tree of Life compote. It is early American glass. Oh, that's so sweet, mamas. Oh, I bet you, I want a picture. Send me a picture because I think that would look just absolutely beautiful. Tree of Life. It is by Hobbs Brocunaire. Probably not saying that right. And this is a hand. Let's look at it from the other side. This is a hand actually holding up the compote. We're going to turn it slowly. Look at the fingers. How unique is that? Is that not totally cool, you guys? I absolutely love this. It is 9 inches to the top and an 8-inch diameter on this bowl. So unique, such a conversation starter. Let's see the glow on this one. See if I can fit it in here. Oh, there we go. All right, let's take a look at that glow. See if we can see that hand on there. I think that hand is so neat. This is late 1800s. It's around 1879. Another antique for you. Let's see if I can turn it. Look at that hand holding that up. How cool is that? Such a unique piece. Wendelin, congratulations. You are going to have some amazing glowing glass.
On its way to you.
You know, you can't do a glass show. You got to put a piece of Fenton in a glass show. It's just like standard. It's like whatnot, you know, not requirement. But I just don't know how to do a glass show without a piece of Fenton. So we have this gorgeous, it's called Rainbow Iridescent. It's to hold a candlestick. You can put a taper in there, or if you can fit something else, let's look at it from the top. Look at the colors on there, though. So there's your size, not taper, sorry. What's it called? Tea light size. There you go, tea light size. Let's take a quick look from the side because I want you to see the gorgeous iridescent colors. We just have normal lighting here. We have a few studio lights, but with some overhead light, all that color coming off of it. Now let's take a look. It looks like ice from Frozen, doesn't it? Yes, exactly. That's a perfect way to describe it. It is Fenton. Hold on, I'm going to show you. Go ahead, switch it over, and we'll see if we can see the Fenton mark. Look at the glow. I did not show you up close, but we're going to do it here. There is the Fenton mark right there on the bottom. You can kind of see it in the glow box, but it does have the official Fenton mark on there. So it has all the right markings to know it's real. 4 1/4 inch in diameter, and that's running right now. Thank you so much for your bids. And Annette, thank you so much. That is going to you. Congratulations. That's a cool one. Y'all, welcome in. Welcome to Zoe's Treasures. If you are just joining, my name's Tracy. My husband's the one hiding back there doing our graphics, running all of our cameras for you. Today we are doing nothing but glowy glass. We have a few items left. The bin is loaded. Coupons in the show notes. Don't forget to always check the show notes. And shipping is only $4.50 today. So welcome. Thank you for joining us. Our next item up is a banana boat. Now you're all like, okay, cool. It's a banana boat. Yeah, but it's a glowy banana boat. Come on, glowy banana boat. And did you know the coolest use for banana boats, and I say this every time I show one, is to put one in a bathroom, roll your towels up and put it in there. It just elevates the whole bathroom. It makes you look very fancy.
Welcome in. I love discounts.
Hello, I love discounts.
Welcome in. I love discounts.
A banana split. There you go. So take a look at how gorgeous this is. Just to start with, you can just, if I can get, there you go. Just admire the beauty of it. Even if you didn't know it glowed, you can just admire how gorgeous this piece is. It does stand about 8.5 inches tall, 9.5 inches wide. Early 1900s here. Antique. Antique, y'all. Let's take a look at the glow. Now you can have some fancy bananas or some fancy towels. Look at that. It's almost like an ombre glow going on there. That's from the bottom up though. Running right now. Thank you for your bids. Shalom. Thank you so much. That is heading to you. All right. Another Fostoria. Surprise, surprise. We got a Fostoria. This is the American pattern. And this thing is hefty. Think about if you're a beer drinker. Man, that is a beer, pitcher there. Or some sweet tea out there on your back porch. Either way, no matter what your thing is. But this is hefty. This is a nice, thick piece of glass. It is gorgeous. The cut on it. Take a look at that cut. Oh, loving it right there. It does stand about 6.5 inches tall. Let's see if we can get the whole thing in here. There we go, 6.5 inches tall. It's from the early 1900s. Mimosas, there you go. Now you're talking. I do for some reason, Mama. No, I've had a great week. Maybe I'm just in a super good mood and enjoying Saturday. Let's take a look at how beautifully this glows.
This is a stunner.
It's a stunner. Put your mimosas in there. Oh, look at that. And that's going right now, up and running. Wendelin, thank you so much. That is going to you. All right. Last item of the day. Don't go nowhere. This one's just as cool as all the rest of them. Let's see here. Let me get it pinned. Now this is crystal. Can you hear it? It pings like crystal. Normally crystal doesn't glow. So there has to be something else mixed in with it a little bit, because normally your crystal does not glow. I think you're picturing long vacation. Yeah, maybe. I would like that. Heck, I'd just take a pool and a pool boy to serve me drinks. I'd be happy with that too. Doesn't have to, I don't even have to go anywhere if I can just have it here. All right, so you got your ping, but look at the beauty, my favorite. Look at those flowers on there. And the top of this beautiful centerpiece, fruit bowl. You could also use it for serving, or you could just display it because it's so absolutely gorgeous to look at. Early 1900s. And of course, it's going to light up the room. He would make a good cabana boy for me. You know what? I married him. I obviously think he's handsome. I can look at him all day long. I'd be happy with that.
Mama's couch.
Jello.
My days of cleaning pools are over. I used to when I was in Texas. No more.
Thank you all for your bids. Wendolyn.
Jello salad. There you
Thank
go.
you. That is heading to you. Congratulations.
Jello salad. There you go.
All right. And with that, you guys, that is everything that I had listed today.
I know, Miss Marie. A pool is a must in Texas. Yes, I enjoyed it very much when I was there. Very short-lived, but I enjoyed it.
We're going to wait and we're going to save those for next time. All right.
Bonnie, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much.
Bonnie, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. So we do limit the amount of items that we sell on our full glass shows just because it's glass and we have to wrap it. And I want to make sure we give it the attention it deserves and get it out on time. So everything will be shipping out on Monday to you. Thank you all for hanging out. My next show is Monday morning. And you guys, if you are sellers, we do the reselling roundtable at 6:30 on Sunday evenings. Myself, I Love Discounts, who I just saw in the chat a minute ago, and Green 13, we come together on YouTube 6:30 Sunday evenings. Come check us out. Come ask us some questions. We're going to be talking about selling styles tomorrow night. There it is. If you are not following, please come and do so. And with that, we're going to go find somebody to raid. We're still learning who's running on Saturday mornings, but let's go see. Thank you, everybody. Let's go to, we're going to pick somebody new.
Awesome, Ms. Marie. Congratulations.
Let's go to Repurpose Relics. Let's go see Repurpose Relics.
Have a great weekend.